Ladies and gentlemen, with the release of the Switch 2 just a few months away and the next Switch 2 Direct or Focused presentation being in April, I thought it would be fun to go over every single game that is leaked for the Nintendo Switch 2, and we can figure out how credible it is, how credible it's not, and yeah, I think this would just be a very fun video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now that the Switch 2 has been revealed, we can kind of see what leaks were right and what leaks were wrong, and based off that, I think we can kind of see how powerful the Switch 2 is going to be, or at least assume how powerful it's going to be. And we have a bunch of games that are leaked for this console, and these are all coming from credible places. So we're going to figure out if this is happening, if it's not happening, maybe it happens in the future, maybe it has no chance of happening at all. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, I just want to say thank you so much for 15,000 subscribers. I know in the grand scheme of things, that means nothing to a lot of people, and it's very small compared to other YouTubers, but to me, it means a lot, so truly thank you so much. And let's just go ahead and get into the video. So I have a list right here, and there's about 30 games on it, so let's start going down this list and seeing how possible or how likely it is, but we have to keep in mind, the Switch 2 Power is allegedly going to be a PS4, possibly PS4 Pro docked. So we just need to keep that in mind for some of these games, because there's some games I'm looking at right here and I know it's not going to happen. It's damn near impossible to happen. The first game on this list right here is Metal Gear Solid Delta. I've only played like one Metal Gear game, I think the third one, so I don't really even know what this is. I think it's maybe a remake of the third one or maybe a brand new entry. I have no idea. I don't think Metal Gear are like the most taxing games. Sure, this is probably next generation stuff, so it's going to look good, but I don't think we can cross that one off. I think that could probably come to the Switch too. Especially when you keep in mind Konami and Nintendo. I feel like they're going to have a strong partnership moving into this next generation. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. This, I think, is confirmed. Nate the Hate, I think, said this, and they said Remake is happening in 2025. So we can expect this probably to even be a launch game for the Switch 2, and then Rebirth is coming in 2026. I can definitely see that happening. Let's see, let me try to see all the Microsoft games here. We have Microsoft Flight Simulator, Starfield, Fable, Indiana Jones, Forza Horizon 5, Halo Master Chief Collection, I think Diablo 4, I think that would be a Microsoft game, right? And I think that might be it. I'm just going to assume all of those are coming to the Switch 2. You see, they're coming over to PlayStation. I don't think any of these games would have any issues running on the Switch 2. So yeah, I could definitely see all of those coming over to the Switch 2, and that's just a crazy ass thing to think. Doom: The Dark Ages. I think this game is coming out this year? Maybe this year? It does look very taxing, and Doom games are super fast. There's always a million things happening on the screen. But that being said, Doom and Doom Eternal, I would have never thought ran on the Switch, and if they did come to the Switch, they wouldn't run as good as they do. They are amazing, truly amazing ports. Yeah, if they were not on the Switch already, I would say maybe Doom: The Dark Ages would take quite a while to make it over to the Switch. But that's crazy that I'm going to say, yeah, that can also run on the Switch too. Monster Hunter Wilds. I might be the odd one out, but I don't think this game looks that good. I'm sure it looks good to other people. I don't think Monster Hunter games look the best in general. I think the aesthetic really carries it. So Monster Hunter Rise did amazing on the Switch. In my mind, it's a Nintendo game. So yeah, I could definitely see Monster Hunter Wilds coming over to the Switch 2. I'm saying Switch 2 like it's kind of come to the Switch as well. I mean Switch number 2. The name is getting a little tricky now. Ninja Gaiden 4. They showed this off, I want to say, a few days ago. I actually don't have any opinion about that yet because I didn't watch the trailer. So yeah, Tekken 8, I think that could definitely make an appearance on the Nintendo Switch 2. There we go. This one right here, this is the first one I'm going to say I don't see it happening. Grand Theft Auto 6. You may say, well, why do you think that? Well, here is why I think that. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be as powerful as a PS4. That is the base entry, right? Docked, or maybe with some AI upscaling or this or that. PS4 Pro getting into that Xbox Series S range. Yes, that sounds impressive. But I've seen a million posts on Reddit of people playing Red Dead Redemption 2 just on a PlayStation 4 and recording videos, and it truly sounds like an airplane engine. Like, yeah, they probably need to clean their PS4s, don't get me wrong, but it is so damn taxing. And you have to remember, we didn't even get GTA 5 on the Switch. So I think that's what's going to happen on the Nintendo Switch 2. Possibly Red Dead Redemption 2, probably Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't think Grand Theft Auto 6 makes an appearance on the Nintendo Switch 2 at all. That's just my opinion, but I think that's a little bit wishful thinking to think that's going to happen. Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is the new Assassin's Creed set in Japan. It looks cool. There's a lot of controversy going on around it right now, and I think a lot is riding on this for Ubisoft. But I also think Ubisoft and Nintendo have a great relationship, and I could see this coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, but I do think this would be something that would happen later. I could see us getting like Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey and a few other games, and then maybe in 2 or 3 years, realistically, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Probably going to run on the Nintendo Switch 2. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot looks amazing on the Switch. I tried to play it again on my PS5, and I think I preferred it on my Nintendo Switch. So yeah, this is probably going to run on the Nintendo Switch 2, but this is a pretty taxing game. But I think the aesthetic, I hate using that word, but I'm using it for the lack of better words. But the aesthetic goes a long way in those games. It's almost cel shaded a little bit. I don't even know how to explain it, like a comic book brought to life, like those colors and that kind of animation. Or like an anime, I guess. So maybe. Black Ops 6, another game I do not think is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. I do think Call of Duty will make an appearance on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I think they kind of have to by law with that big lawsuit and court case that was going on with Activision and Microsoft and some other stuff. So I do think Call of Duty will show up, but I think it's going to be Modern Warfare 1, 2, maybe Black Ops 1, 2, 3, and 4. Maybe some of the classic Call of Duty. Warzone, probably Warzone to be honest too. But Black Ops 6, I just don't see it. And you gotta think, I'm a Nintendo channel. I want the Switch 2 to be amazing. But Black Ops 6, GTA 6, pretty much any game with a 6 in it. I don't think it's happening, guys. Red Dead Redemption 2 is on this list as well. I do think that could happen because there is no next-gen version of it yet, which is kind of crazy. There's no PS5 version of Red Dead 2. But yeah, I think that could happen. Actually, I think that might be a launch game, and I think that is a rumor that it's possibly a launch game. Now we have Alan Wake 2. This could come over, but I think something people are forgetting that's going to happen. The same thing that happened on the Switch is going to happen on the Switch 2 with us getting cloud versions of games. And they might also, now that I'm thinking about it, like experiment with a whole cloud gaming service the same way you can on Xbox or something like that. But Alan Wake 2 is one of the best looking games I have ever seen. Ever. That being said, I don't think it would work right or be optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2. When the remastered version of Alan Wake, the first one, came over to the Switch, it was horrible. And you gotta think this game came out on the Xbox 360 and it could barely run on the Switch. Alan Wake 2 is top tier graphics, gameplay, narrative, all that. So this might come to the Nintendo Switch 2, but if it does, I think it's gonna be the cloud version. Metaphor ReFantazio, also allegedly going to be a launch game, and I'm very excited for that. I am playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance right now. It is incredible. It is so freaking hard. You just lose nonstop. But I heard Metaphor ReFantazio is a similar style Atlas game, so I'm very excited for this. I just play games better handheld for some reason, so I haven't played it on PS5. I think this would definitely run on the Nintendo Switch 2. They do such a great job of like graphics and ports and just utilizing everything. Persona 3, 4, and 5 and Tactica and something else and Shin Megami Tensei, all that runs great on the Nintendo Switch, so I think it's going to run also great on the Nintendo Switch too. We have EA FC 25, EA College Football, and Madden. Definitely EA FC and EA College Football. I can definitely see both of those. It is so strange we did not get a Madden game on the Switch. And I was thinking, well, it probably couldn't run them good, but we got 2K and we got FIFA. So I just truly have no idea why Madden never made an appearance on the Switch. I don't even watch football, but I love playing Madden. I'm playing the hell out of UFC 4 right now, so that's another game I think we could possibly get on the Nintendo Switch 2, even though it's not on this list. But yeah, I guess I could see all of those. Right here it says Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I think somebody who helped develop these at EA said Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, I think that might be the name of the first one, are both coming over to the Switch 2, and that is very exciting. I just beat Jedi Survivor on my PS5 a week ago. It is the most fun I've had in gaming in so damn long. So even playing it on my PS5, there were moments where it was like frame rate problems and like stuff was having trouble loading in from a far distance because it's open world. They do have a PS4 version of this, so I would assume it's going to run on the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. But we'll see about that one. I'm not sure if that will show up or not. Cyberpunk 2077, top 3 or 4 game of all time for me. It is incredible. It made me fall in love with my PlayStation 5. That being said, I think it would run on the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't think it would be the place to play it. I think if you have a choice of playing it on your Switch 2 or playing it on a PS5 or PS5 Pro or even PC, definitely do that. I can't speak for Xbox, but definitely do that. It looks so damn good. Night City is one of the best looking just things ever created in gaming. So it probably could come to the Nintendo Switch 2, but I don't think it would be worth playing. But then again, maybe, because the Switch 2 might be as powerful as a Steam Deck or around there. So maybe Cyberpunk runs good on the Steam Deck, I don't know. And then looking at this list, the only first party game they have on here is Astral Chain 2, which I think is being developed right now for the Switch 2, and Nintendo like went to Platinum Games, was like, what the hell are y'all doing? Come on, get back to work. So I think that is coming for the Nintendo Switch 2, but that's actually the only first party game on this entire list. So we can assume Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, all that. But if 80% of this shows up on the Nintendo Switch 2, it is going to be a very, very hard generation to compete with. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this information? Because your opinion matters most. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. Follow your boy on Instagram. We almost have 500 followers on Instagram. That's amazing. We just hit 15K on YouTube. That's amazing. So join this community, and you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.